What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett.
I'm Lance.
This is RANTS RS.
Please remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share our content.
Today we're going to be talking about what is going to be the legacy of Ben Affleck as Batman.
I hope not.
He's returning, you know, it's basically the return of Ben Affleck because we weren't
Ben
actually
Affleck's
wondering if he
returning
was
as
going to come back.
Batman with the Flash movie.
Mm-hmm.
If that all still goes to plan after.
Ezra Miller basically choked the life out of that one.
He might have choked the life out of that movie for real.
Yeah, because I mean, it's going to affect the movie.
So
do you want to be a part of the movie?
But honestly, I didn't want. I don't know. Like, I like the idea of seeing a bunch of different versions of Batman all in one movie. But I don't get excited for Ben Affleck as Batman in any movie. I do not like Ben Affleck as Batman. No one will change my mind on that.
Ben Affleck as Batman did not bother me quite as bad as it did you.
Oh,
I thought the way this was the key. The reason why they had the Ben Affleck as Batman was they were meant to have him like as a mentor role. But when all those movies bombed, they went to Michael Keaton instead as going to be that guy.
I get if they wanted to bring in a more mature version of Batman. But there's so many other people that could have done it. Colin Farrell.
I agree. Colin Farrell, I'm surprised has not.
Colin Farrell would have been a great mature version of Batman.
I would actually agree with that one.
But, I'm excited with him as Penguin, too. We've done that previously, too. Go check that out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think he's going to be a great Penguin.
I do too.
I'm looking forward to that movie. I'm even looking forward to Pattinson.
I am too. I want to see how he does it. Like I have faith in him.
I don't.
In that role. In that role, I do.
I mean, he's got, like I said before, he's got the brooding down.
A lot of other people do too.
If he comes out sparkling or something like that, I've got problems.
When we first did the Robert Pattinson being right for the role of Batman video, check that one out as well in our DC playlist. I was kind of skeptical on how I said in that video I had faith in him, but I was skeptical on how other people would feel. But from what I heard throughout, a lot of people think that he's going to be a pretty good Batman. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't get me wrong. But there was more people that said he would do good as Batman than I expected.
I mean, I have my good and bad days with it. Some days I'm like, well, he can't do that bad. And then other days I'm like, oh, he could ruin the whole franchise. But to me, this is the way I feel.
Now,
this is where
they did want to make a point that, yes, Ben Affleck is going to return as Batman in the Flash movie, and so is Michael Keaton, but Robert Pattinson's still the future of the DC franchise.
Yeah, he's going to be in the next Batman movie.
Possibly next couple.
Yeah, he's gonna be the face of the franchise probably for the next 10 years. Probably. Kudos to Robert Pattinson
because his career is going to take off. If he's the Batman for the next, just let's say not 10 years, that might be a stretch. But let's say the next 5 or the next 5 movies anyway. Yeah. His career, he's golden at that point.
I think so too.
I think that Twilight hurt him and helped his career.
It
got him jump started, but then it also kind of made people kind of standoffish about putting him in other things too.
Because everybody, it's like that movie where he's in 9/11. The first thought would come in my mind was like, oh, that's the Twilight guy. Then that was actually a pretty good movie.
It was a really good movie, and. Yeah, but that's what I was just fixing to say. It's like a lot of these series, like the Supernatural series or, Harry Potter series, or it's hard to see actors that have done something like
Jensen
that.
Ackles.
Yeah, it's hard. Or even Jared Padalecki. Yeah. Like, I haven't seen him in anything since Supernatural, but I guarantee if I see him, I'm like, it's Sam.
I know.
And the same thing with Jensen Ackles, and the same thing with Daniel Radcliffe when he comes to the Harry Potter, and Robert Pattinson is going to go back to Edward. That was Edward.
I agree with you.
And so I think that affects things, but I am looking forward to that. But Ben Affleck returning as Batman is hit and miss with me
What do you really think his legacy as Batman is going to be?
hopefully forgotten by many.
I think he's going to be considered as a Batman that maybe had potential, but because of the movies were not
I was
up to
just
par,
to say, you know what? Maybe if the first Ben Affleck as Batman hadn't been Superman versus Batman, it might would have been all right as Batman.
If he would have been in the Nolan series of movies,
I don't know. I liked Christian Bale.
See, I was off about Christian Bale. I liked the Christian Bale when he was Christian Bale, but when he was Batman and that, I hated that.
Oh, so you liked him as Bruce Wayne, you didn't like him as
Batman? Yeah, I liked
Batman.
him as Bruce Wayne, sorry.
Okay. I liked him as both in that. I did. I liked him as Batman. I was kind of upset when he wasn't going to be Batman no more.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and I can understand that too.
But Ben Affleck, if I had never known Christian Bale was ever going to be Batman, maybe Ben Affleck could have pulled it off at that point. You know.
Do you? And this is a question, kind of recent.
I hate Ben Affleck.
And we've done a video over this too. Do you believe that Ben Affleck maybe should pull out of the Flash movie after the Ezra choking thing?
See, that's a difficult one for me. If they're gonna stick with Ezra Miller, yes. Anyone involved in that movie should pull out. Now, as far as just Ben Affleck goes, in general, Ben Affleck should pull out of Hollywood.
Yeah, well, look, I don't like Ben Affleck and hardly anything else.
Although,
I will say,
I can't think of the name of that movie. He played in this movie recently about he was a basketball coach. And that movie, it was a good movie.
No, he played in that Netflix movie. I forget the name of that one too. But it was with
the soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie.
You didn't like that one?
No.
What was that?
It was boring.
Really,
It had Charlie Hunnam in it.
Charlie Hunnam. I liked it.
Something about Frontiers.
Yeah, The Last Frontier or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. But overall, I thought that was a good movie. But,
look, anything that has Charlie Hunnam in it, I'm going to give it a try because he's Jax.
Oh, I know. That's why I am too.
That's
why I am too.
Ben Affleck, I don't like his acting. I've seen him in a couple things. I'm like, okay.
So
maybe if he had been like a Batman when he was younger,
yeah,
I probably would have got more behind it.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Okay, you think his legacy is going to be bad? Would you put him below Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, and all the Batmans that came before him? Would you put him at the bottom of the list?
See, I'm gonna make a lot of people mad with this one. I wouldn't put him at the bottom.
You wouldn't put him at the bottom?
Almost at the bottom. I didn't like Michael Keaton as Batman. I liked Val Kilmer's Batman. I liked George Clooney's Batman.
I didn't have a problem with Val Kilmer.
Christian Bale's Batman has been my favorite. Really? But that's partly due to the type of movies they were. You know, they were better movies than the other ones. Plus, you know, Christian Bale's version of Batman is what gave us Heath Ledger's version of the Joker. Yeah. And so that goes hand in hand too. Like, we wouldn't have had that version of Joker without Christian Bale's version of Batman.
So you'd actually put Michael Keaton's version at the very bottom.
At the very bottom.
At the very bottom. See, I would actually.
A lot of people would be
put
like,
it at the very
"This guy's
top.
on crack."
Yeah,
but
I'm included.
But
because I would put Michael Keaton at the very top of the list.
Nah.
Like, I'd put him at the very top of the list.
Not me.
Because he just kind of had that look, that same kind of feel towards Batman. Maybe I'm nostalgic about it. I like the original
I think
one.
you might be getting caught up in the nostalgia of it.
Yeah, and I get that. I mean,
and a lot of people are doing that. Even that's why a lot of people are even like, "Oh, Colin Farrell's not going to be a good."
Yeah,
Penguin.
we talked about that in our video.
They're getting caught up in the
Colin
nostalgia of Danny DeVito's Penguin, and I'm like.
Yeah, a lot of people are wanting him to be.
See, I try
like
not
to
get caught up in the nostalgia of things because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
And I have a problem with it, like in the videos we did about Harry Potter versus the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Like, I get caught up with the nostalgia of Harry Potter. I grew up reading the books. I was the same age as them when I started reading the books. I grew up with these people. So then when they do Fantastic Beasts, I'm like, trash.
Yeah,
trash.
see, I see your point on that. It's a valid one. Because, see, I read that as an adult, so
Right.
I didn't grow up into that. I didn't get into all that stuff when I was a kid.
You would have never read them books if I didn't keep hammering.
I know.
You got to read these books. You got to read these books because the movies are not the same. They're close.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch the movies of Harry Potter, and I was like, well, those movies are decent. But then when I got done with the books, I was like,
there's a thing.
That's the way I was. I was like, this is trash.
There's a thing going around that, like, if you've never watched Harry Potter or read the books, you're a muggle. Yeah. If you've only watched the movies, you're a half-blood. Mm-hmm. If you've read the books, you're a pure-blood. Yeah.
Draco Malfoy would love you.
Yeah. Well, I've said this many times, and people are like, oh, you're a bad guy. Well, if I went to Hogwarts, I would be a Slytherin.
I'd be a Slytherin, too. Definitely not a Hufflepuff guy. But
Hufflepuff. I think I would take Hufflepuff over Ravenclaw.
Well, really, I was gonna say, you know, who was also a Hufflepuff?
Batman. Yeah. So, but anyway,
So you'd put him at the bottom. All right.
I think that as far as what's Ben Affleck's legacy, as far as him being Batman, I think I would have to say it's yet to be seen to an extent. Like I'm gonna watch the Flash movie that if he's in it or if it's still, we gotta see where that's at. But I'm gonna watch it and see how he does, and then I can give a better judgment. But where I stand right now, he's towards the bottom of the pack. Right?
I'll say this.
But I'm not just like a Batman genius because, like I said, I'm putting Michael Keaton at the bottom. So
see, I would put Michael Keaton at the very top of it. But I will say this: how do you think Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton being in the same movie? Do you think it'll make Ben Affleck better since you hate Michael Keaton as Batman?
I don't hate him as Batman. I just think
that
a lot of people did better.
But do you think as him being in the same movie as Michael Keaton in the Flash movie, do you think that's going to make Ben Affleck look better or worse?
See, I don't know.
I think
it's going to be one or two. Like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say, I've been saying it, but I'm not going to sit here and say Michael Keaton's at my bottom. Mm-hmm. Him and Ben Affleck are like this. Yeah. So, one way or another with this movie, it's going to tilt.
One's going to rise.
It's going to tilt. And it could be Ben Affleck. Highly doubt it. It's probably going to be Michael Keaton.
He's going to like Ben Affleck by the end of this movie.
No, I don't think you could pay me to like Ben Affleck.
I'm just, the way I feel towards it, I'm sick and tired of Ezra Miller. As of right now, I don't know if I even want to see the movie.
I said it earlier in the video, y'all.
And I've never been that way. That's not me.
That video is coming out soon. Y'all see that before you see this. Yeah. But I said it in that video, and I'm going to say it again in this one. Screw Ezra Miller.
That's the way I kind of feel towards it. I mean, I feel, and normally I don't like to talk about those kind of things. I don't even like to get involved in those kind of things.
That's probably going to be the only video like that you're going to see on this channel.
Yes.
That's probably the only video you're going to see like that on this channel. But when I saw that, you saw it, we had to address the situation.
Yeah,
because we're talking about these movies that he's in. We had to put him on the channel, but they'll probably be the last time Ezra Miller is on this channel as far as I'm concerned.
I would agree with you on that. I don't want no part of Ezra Miller. But as always, guys, let us know.
Let us know y'all's list of your Batmans, where you would rank your Batmans. You're probably going to agree with this guy, but
I know you're going to agree with me, and I'll tell you this, the reason why you can also, guys, agree with me is because if Michael Keaton is the Batman, we're going to see a Batman Beyond. I can guarantee it. I'm looking forward to that movie, Batman Beyond. So, there you go, guys.
It doesn't have to be Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton would make an awesome Batman for that movie. He would be the perfect Batman for that movie.
You want to know? Sorry, I have to say this. You want to know what ruined me with the Batman and Robin movies with George Clooney? This is why I'd almost put George Clooney's Batman towards the bottom. Them casting Arnold freaking Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze drove me fucking bananas.
It's horrible. Well, it's the truth. I mean, you did me too, you know. I mean, like I hated him as that, but I wouldn't even like Jim Carrey as the Riddler would seem like a normally good idea. But looking back on those movies, I definitely
put that movie Val Kilmer's Batman with Batman Forever with Jim Carrey, I still put that above Batman and Robin. I did not like the Mr. Freeze and the Poison Ivy little aspect.
Yeah, I didn't
if
like
they
that.
had done something with, instead of Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze, if that movie had been just that version of Bane, that movie would have been great.
Which movie are you talking about?
Forever.
No, Batman
and Robin.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin was Mr. Freeze, Bane, and Poison Ivy, because she's the one that brought him back.
Oh, okay. See, dude, it's been so long since I've watched those
yeah.
movies. But either way, I like the Bane. I like the Bane that was in.
Was George Clooney in two of them?
No, he was only one.
Then it had to have been that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Batman Forever. No, it was Val Kilmer, I think, that was in Batman Forever.
Yeah, Val Kilmer was, but Bane was in Batman and Robin.
Bane was in the Poison Ivy one.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Because Poison Ivy was the one that, or was she in two of it? No, because it was Riddler and Two-Face in Forever.
Yeah.
And then it was Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, and Bane was her little bitch, basically.
Yeah.
In Batman and Robin.
Overall, we can agree on this. That was the worst Bane we've seen, probably.
Which one? That one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because the one with Dark Knight Rises.
No one's gonna agree with this guy.
That's fine. It's my opinion. Dark Knight Rises.
What kind of opinion is that, dude?
Dark Knight Rises Bane was the version of Bane was better. I love Tom Hardy, but you've even said he was hard to understand.
He sounded like Charlie.
At least the one in that one didn't even try to talk hard.
He sounded like Charlie Brown's mom.
I don't even remember her. So, but anyways, let us know what you think in this dispute. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Have a nice day.
Take care, guys.